Hello dear students, hope you all are doing well. So let's have our online geography class. And we are continuing our revision classes. Today we will revise the chapter 4, Urbanization. You know, when large groups of people living together in geographical proximity to each other, enjoying almost similar socio-economic benefits from settlements. In simple words, a large group of people from similar socio-economic background form settlements. When these people are engaged mostly in primary occupations with relatively small population, the settlements are called as rural settlements. So you can say settlements whose inhabitants are engaged in primary activities are called as rural settlements. These settlements are most closely and directly related to land and are dominated by primary activities such as agriculture, animal husbandry, fishing, etc. Size of this settlement is relatively small. A rural settlement tends to have small population and low population density. And on the other hand, large groups of people engaged in secondary and tertiary occupations, that means jobs included the health service, transportation, education, entertainment, tourism, finance, sales, retail, etc. and enjoying better socio-economic facilities form urban settlements. Actually, an urban settlement is a densely populated area comprising mostly man-made structures. These are buildings, roads, bridges, rail line, etc. Urban settlement often has a large population size and high population density. An urban settlement life is much more comfortable than rural settlement because of the facilities. Clear? Actually, for the facilities to live a comfortable life, the people from rural areas migrate to cities or urban areas. In search of better job opportunities, the population increases in the urban areas. So, the process of moving and relocating of people from villages to cities or towns is called as urbanization. Urbanization is the increase in the proportion of people living in towns and cities as compared to those living in villages. It is the continuous process of formation of towns and cities and their growth in size. Percentage of the people living in urban areas is increasing across the globe. Now, what are the causes of urbanization? Actually, urbanization occurs as a result of people moving out from the rural areas to urban areas. A variety of factors facilitate the process of urbanization. The first cause is industrialization. It was the first major cause of urban growth. It was started in the late 18th century in England and later spread to Europe and North America, gave rise to many industries. Increasing number of factories in the cities created a demand for labor and people migrated from the villages to get jobs in these industries. Expansion of industries in Europe and North America led to rapid urbanization in the 19th and early 20th centuries. People migrated from the rural areas and started living closer to their workplace to reduce the cost of commuting. And next point is agriculture related activities form a major part of occupation in rural areas. But such occupations provide lower incomes. The earnings from many of these jobs are not much sufficient to support a good lifestyle. Besides, environmental factors like rains and droughts also affect agriculture. So, people migrate to cities in search of better jobs and higher incomes to sustain their families. In India, the introduction of mechanized farming during the Green Revolution led to increased unemployment in the rural areas. The people who lost their means of livelihood migrated to urban areas in search of jobs. Now the social factors such as better educational and health facilities. Actually, the quality of education in villages is usually low. Besides, the number of schools and colleges in villages is also less. Sometimes the educational institutes are located far from their homes, and the students have to travel great distances to reach their school or colleges. Therefore, students move to cities that provide better educational facilities. And cities also provide advanced medical and healthcare facilities as compared to rural areas. In cities, there are many charitable institutions that provide free or low-cost medical treatment to the poor. Next is the cycle of urbanization and modernization allows people to access a sophisticated lifestyle, which includes urban housing with comfortable facilities, better transport, and improved communication. To avail such facilities, people living in relatively lesser developed areas to centers of urban living. For example, Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, such metro cities continue to attract people from rural areas with promises of better living standards. And the urban areas have also grown in size because of natural increase in population caused by high birth rate and comparatively low death rate. And the next point is the spread of education and globalization has made people aware of the world around them. The development of technology such as the internet has given people access to what is happening across the world. Today, a cell phone is essential for everyone, from a farmer to a transporter. Thus, villages located closer to cities undergo transformation and become urbanized. For example, Pune, Bhopal, Hyderabad, etc. Now, what are the impact of urbanization? Large cities actually attract people from smaller towns and villages for better job and better living standards and better civic amenities. So, for all these facilities, population density increase in the cities. Urbanization has both positive and negative impact on the city and its people. Urbanization has brought about social, economic, cultural and environmental changes. So, firstly, the positive impact of urbanization. These are increase in improved housing facilities, growth of educational and health facilities, growth of service sectors which fetch higher incomes, increase in the variety of job prospects, availability of labor force, increase in standard of living, improved transport and communication facilities. The negative impact of urbanization. Actually, the positive effects of urbanization are viable only when the population growth is within limit. If population growth is extensive, it may lead to many problems affecting the life of the people living in the city. First of all, there is a severe shortage of housing in the large cities. The cost of accommodation increases as more people migrate to cities. Since everyone cannot afford costly houses, people start settling in slums. Dharavi in Mumbai is the largest slum of Asia. Numerous families reside in cramped homes in slums. Their homes lack proper sanitization, ventilation and drinking water facilities. There is a rise in the value of land due to overpopulation and lack of land for housing. The cost of living rises. This can be seen across Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Shanghai and so on. And next point is urbanization results in increase in population increase in pollution levels actually, particularly air and water pollution. As the overpopulated areas, because of urbanization, the area become overpopulated, so the pollution level also increases. Overcrowded cities suffer from traffic congestion which causes air pollution, and huge urban wastes find its way to the water bodies and pollute the water, and thus making it unsuitable for human consumption or for living organisms. Hugely stacked urban wastes actually makes overall pollution in land, air and water. Overcrowding in cities leads to unhygienic conditions and give rise to public health and sanitation issues. And overpopulation in the cities results in unemployment and underemployment, as many people are available for the same jobs. It is difficult for everyone to get a job. Also, many people who get jobs are compelled to work for low wages, and this increases poverty. With increase in population, the crime rate also increases. Cases of theft, cheating and other incidents rise. To earn the high cost living, this type of crime is rising. Actually, unemployment and poverty force people to engage in petty crimes like pickpocketing, theft, etc. And urban life is stressful too. Everyone in the city life wishes to avail the opportunities offered by the city life. This leads to an extremely busy work schedule, which leaves no time for leisure or taking care of health. Thus, people live under strain, which in turn affects their health and leads to rise in the number of lifestyle diseases such as diabetes, migraines and so on. And urbanization can also lead to disintegration of joint family system due to high living cost. So, this was the negative impacts of urbanization. Now, satellite cities. What are satellite cities? Actually, the concept of satellite cities or satellite towns was introduced for urban planning. Satellite cities are small urban areas located near large cities. Satellite cities are planned cities and follow the bedroom community patterns. That means people can work in the main city and stay in the satellite city. So actually, satellite cities are small or medium-sized metropolitan areas that are located near large cities but are mostly independent. The main aim of developing these cities is extension of these large cities. They maintain a balance between the population and resources of an area. So actually, the important factors that need to be considered while planning a satellite city are economic condition, social groups, specific religions, educational institutions, security, affordable housing, electricity, water supplies, road connectivity, etc. Satellite cities help to manage the growing population in urban areas. They are usually self-sustaining and independent cities designed to provide a balance between its resources and the population. Some satellite cities have also developed around the metropolitan cities of India, like Gurugram, Ghaziabad, Faridabad and Noida near Delhi, New Town, Rajarhat, Salt Lake City near Kolkata, Yelahanka, Suryanagar near Bengaluru, Pimpri near Pune, etc. Okay. So now we can see that the needs of satellite cities are to supply resources to fulfill the needs of the main city. Satellite cities help to manage the growing population in urban areas, and satellite cities encourage the development of small scale business. Okay. Now, concept of smart cities. Smart cities are a new concept in urban development. A smart city is an urban area with basic infrastructure, sustainable economic development and advanced technologies that provide a good quality of life to its citizens. These cities integrate information and communication technologies to make life better and secure. Due to population explosion, global warming, climate change and global economic changes, people are facing multiple problems in the urban life. This includes problems associated with water pollution, waste management, transport, air pollution, space for car parking, etc. And a smart city provides advanced facilities in terms of technology, housing, transportation and roads. Information communication technology, ICT and Internet of Things are used to manage a city's functions such as water supply, waste management, power supply and medical and educational facilities. So these are the smart cities, and aim of the smart cities are to improve the quality of life, to optimize the use of resources, to improve contact between the city officials and the citizens, to be better prepared to face challenges like pollution, waste management, traffic management, etc. All these help to economic growth of the country. And the government of India plans on developing smart cities across the country. There are around 90 cities chosen. 20 cities out of them have been listed as lighthouse cities. These cities include Jaipur, Bhubaneswar, Kochi, Surat, Guwahati and so on. The Indian smart cities will facilitate the economic growth of our country. Thus, India is certainly heading towards rapid urbanization along with the other parts of the world. So this was the chapter. Read the chapter thoroughly and the question answers as I give through the online classes. Basically, the stress is on the objective type questions because of our exam will be MCQ type. So you all prepare for your coming exam, and best of luck to all of you. And that's all for today's class. Bye till my next class.